To maintain your CoreAlign, you'll need Balance Body Clean or a similar solution of water and dish soap, a rag, and a piece of aluminum foil from your kitchen. Hi, my name is Kayleen, and I'm the Pilates mechanic here in the BB Garage.
And my name is Ken Endelman, and I'm the assistant to the Pilates mechanic at the BB Garage.
And the CEO of Balance Body. Today we're going to talk about how to maintain your CoreAlign. There are a few things that we need to make sure to do and to check. And we're going to start with the most frequent first. So Ken, what do we do after each client?
We want to clean up the rails and wipe the wood down, right?
Yep, so everywhere a client touches
is where we want to hit it with something to clean it, hopefully kill the germs, and just get it ready for the next client. Give them a nice, fresh, clean experience.
Exactly. And I think one of the great ways to do that is with BB Clean. Okay, you can get that here at Balance Body. Or something like 16 ounces of water and 1 teaspoon of dish soap. That's another great solution that you probably have at your house. Okay?
And then rinse.
And with the dish soap, you actually don't need to rinse because it's such a low concentration. It doesn't leave any stickiness on the surfaces. So it's a great solution.
Very
Used
cool.
it in the studio for a long time. So that's after every client. How about every week?
So after every week, you want to make sure that the crud, the dust that falls into this, that gets kind of mashed into the aluminum, gets cleaned up. It'll just keep the whole machine running really smooth and quiet.
Yes.
And kind of the best way that you told me about that works out really good was to use either BB Clean and tinfoil or to use just water in tinfoil.
Yep.
And it's really simple. It's sprayed on where you want to clean it, and then use the tinfoil, and it kind of scrubs things clean. And then once you're done scrubbing it clean, then you just wipe it clean with a rag, and it's clean as a whistle.
Exactly.
There you go. Okay.
Super cool.
All right.
So that's really good, especially if you feel like things build up over time. Sometimes just wiping with a rag and water is plenty every week.
Yeah.
Okay? So the other thing we want to do every week is check your CoreAlign bands to make sure that they're not degrading in an unsafe way. Okay. So to do that, I'm going to take the lid off and check all the bands here in the cart. And you'll notice that over time these bands will actually start to droop down. And I've seen peach bands that actually droop so much they touch the bottom of the cart. So that is an indicator, time to change out that band. Okay. Now the other thing we want to check for, Ken, here is that there aren't any nicks or cuts or holes in the band. And because these things can stretch so far, you often can't tell just by looking at them in here. So you actually have to stretch them. Okay. So to do that, you could take the block out and hook one of these bands up and move the cart and look at the band, see if you notice anything. And I want to show you an example of one that is actually ready to go. Okay, so for this one, it looks totally fine here if it's not stretched. But as soon as I stretch it, can you see all those little holes and nicks on it? Okay, so that is a sign that this tube or band needs to be replaced. Okay, all right. Put this back. Anything else weekly, Ken? I think we've got it covered.
I think we're covered.
I do just want to mention that over time, sometimes the latches for the standing platforms might get a little loose. And I have seen this on some of my studio visits. So your latch here might get so loose. And what you'll do is you'll check the bolt that the latch pivots on. And sometimes it's just a bolt and a nut, and sometimes that just loosens up. So if you tighten this bolt and the nut, then your latch should go exactly back to the way it needs to be. Okay?
I would just add one thing.
Sure.
If you move the freestanding ladder you may move it to a place where the floor is uneven.
Yes.
So probably after you move it, it's a really good idea to grab the ladder and shake it front to back and side to side and make sure the base is still stable on the floor. And if it's not, to readjust those levelers that are on the front plate.
Yep, so you want to make sure that if you move it, the ladder here is still secure to the base, and these feet over here in the front are adjusted so that they still give you the right leveling effect on the floor.
Perfect.
All right. Well, that covers our CoreAlign maintenance. If you need more videos like this one, you can check out pilates.com/bbgarage. We'll see you over there.